If you want to learn about hand quilting, come along with me. I am a beginner at this, but I am having so much fun. Let me show you how to get your stitches started. You don't need a lot, just a few materials. I have these gold eye needles, some thread. I'm using pearl cotton in the 8-weight, a needle threader, and a small pair of scissors and a thimble. All of these exact items are on my Amazon storefront under hand quilting. First, you need to thread your needle. I take about an arm's length of thread to begin with. I don't need a ton. I'm working on a small project. And if I run out, I just start again and continue stitching. It's pretty easy. I like to use these little needle threader tools to thread the needle. It makes it so much easier than trying to stick it through the hole. You just stick the little wire part of the needle threader through your needle hole and then put the thread through that wire part and then pull it through. Once your needle is ready, you need to make a knot at the end of your thread. I like to use what is called a quilter's knot, though I'm sure you could just tie a bunch of small knots on your own. To tie a quilter's knot, you'll have the needle in one hand and the end of the thread in the other. It should be like almost in like a loop. Then take the end of the thread and put it against your needle and then wrap it around like 3, 4, or 5 times. I did 4 here. The number of times you wrap it around the needle would be like the number of knots you would be making. Once you have it wrapped around, it should look like this. Then go ahead and grab that knot tight with your fingers and pull it all the way down to the end of the thread. The amount of the end of the thread or the tail you had wrapped over in the beginning should be kind of where you end up at the end of your thread here. And that's what it should look like. Now we are ready to start stitching. I like to pull the thread so that it's folded almost halfway, just because then there's less length that you're going to have to be pulling through as you stitch. Here is where I want to start my stitches. So I'm actually going to go like an inch or so away from that and put my needle through just the top layer of the fabric in the batting. Should not be going through the back. You will want your needle to come up through the top where you want your stitches to begin. So kind of feel around for that spot and poke through. Now pull the needle through and your thread until you get to that knot in that first hole where your needle first went in. Now we want to get this knot in underneath the fabric, but not coming out the other end where our stitches start. So I kind of hold this tight and pull until the knot pops in. And then pull the knot so it is stuck right where your thread is coming out, where your stitches start, but not coming through. If it comes through, you'll want to make your knot a little larger and try again. Now you are ready to start stitching.